Windows and I have a complicated past. Some would call it a toxic relationship. Others would call it a curse. I call it the reason I switched to Mac in the first place. We never really got along. Every time I thought we were having a breakthrough, every time I thought maybe this time it'll work, maybe this is the moment we heal, Windows would freeze, crash, or just give up on me entirely. I once tried gaming on it. The laptop died on me twice. 2 different laptops. Not metaphorically, it literally perished. It knew I was starting to have fun and needed to put a stop to that. It broke me. Today, I'm doing something I never thought I'd do. I'm trying to make peace with Windows. Yeah, me. I know somewhere an Apple genius just fainted. But hear me out. I'm doing it in a way that would work best with my workflow, and probably yours too. Walk with me. Sup, Rotten? There's that age-old question, which is better, PC or Mac? Here's a better question. Why not both? So today, I'm trying something scandalous. Like the ye old days of Intel Macs with Boot Camp, I'm letting Windows live inside my Mac. Look at me, a dedicated Mac user, willingly letting Windows onto my sacred aluminum machine. What a time to be alive. I'm using Parallels Desktop 26 Pro, which apparently is the civilized way to invite Windows into your home without needing emotional support afterward. And the reason I'm doing this is simple. I want to see if Windows ARM and I can negotiate a peace treaty, all while staying firmly in my Apple ecosystem, so my Mac can actually become the ultimate all-in-one machine. So let's start with a big question. Why would anyone even want Windows on a Mac? First reason, Windows-only apps. There are tools out there, old apps, weird plugins, random utilities that just never made the jump to macOS. And sometimes you need them, sometimes your job needs them, and sometimes your school or office sends you something that only opens on Windows because they hate happiness. Second, gaming. I know, gaming on a Mac sounds like a punchline, but there are actually a lot of PC games that run surprisingly well in Parallels. So instead of buying a whole gaming PC, you can maybe just run Windows in a window. I love technology. Third, work stuff. Corporate IT departments love Windows like I love Apple Keynote animations. Some offices literally require Windows for certain software or VPN tools. So instead of juggling 2 computers like you're in a scandalous love triangle, you can just run Windows right on your Mac. And fourth, developers, which I am absolutely not. I've watched developers work. I respect developers. I don't understand developers. Their screens look like the Matrix if you were sponsored by Stack Overflow. But Parallels Desktop 26 Pro is kind of a playground for them. They can spin up Windows, Linux, multiple macOS VMs, snapshots, containers, all the stuff that makes developers feel alive. I don't need those features, but knowing I can run an Ubuntu VM on my MacBook gives me a sense of power I definitely did not earn. So those are the reasons. And here's the part that surprised me. Actually installing all of this stuff. Because Parallels makes installing Windows so stupidly easy that I felt like I was cheating. You download Parallels, open it, click a button, and boom, Windows appears. Fully configured, no partitioning, no BIOS settings, just Windows on your Mac, like it wandered in through the side door. And once it's running, you can adjust everything. How many CPU cores Windows gets, how much RAM, VRAM, whether it runs in a window or full screen. You can even use Windows apps right inside of macOS with coherence mode, which basically babysits Windows and prevents it from feeling like a separate universe. It honestly feels less like installing an operating system and more like adopting a pet that immediately learns all of the house rules. And your treat, little buddy, you get to live right in the dock like all of my other favorite apps. A Windows logo on my Mac running macOS Tahoe. I love technology. So after installing Windows, I decided to run a few real-world use cases to test performance. For creators, this is actually great. I can use Windows-only apps and move files back and forth with my Mac like they were part of the same system. Drag, drop, done. No fuss. Which is amazing because every creator knows the pain of hunting down one tool that everyone insists you just run on Windows. And for gamers, I tried a few light PC games and honestly, they ran smoother than I expected. Parallels 26 has better DirectX support now, so Macs can actually hold up better. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying your MacBook is suddenly a full-fledged gaming PC, but for the games that do work, it feels like discovering a cheat code no one told you about. And for developers, again, I'm not one, but I dabbled, I poked around, I typed a command that I definitely didn't understand. But there is some top-tier content out there that uses this software from the perspective of a developer. I advise you check it out, link in the description. And yeah, if you are a developer, you probably already know how much easier your life gets when you can just run multiple operating systems at once. By the end of this whole experiment, I realized something. Windows and I might actually be okay. I'm not switching entirely or anything. It just feels like Windows is staying in the guest room, supervised, and most importantly, behaving. And that's my kind of perfect setup. And if you want this for yourself, whether you're a creator who wants Windows only tools, a gamer looking to squeeze more out of your Mac, or a developer who wants every environment in one place, use the link below to download it. Parallels' Black Friday deal runs through November 30th, so get the deal while you can. And shout out to Parallels for sponsoring this video. The ideal way to run multiple OSs without slowing down your workflow. If I can survive diplomacy with Windows, so can you. So, what do you think about Windows on Mac? Any computer horror stories? Let me know in the comments. And if you would like to support the channel and get something in return, check out my Patreon to get perks like getting access to videos early, getting your own Ryan avatar made, and more, along with my Ryan and Ryan Pro subscribers, Vasco, Francisco Beck, and Miss Game. Thank you all for the support as it keeps me dropping videos consistently, and thank you, viewer, for watching. If you want to see more of me, you know what to do. Man, me and Windows have such a history that I'm 100% going to make a video about at some point. But for now, just know that me and Lenovo have beef for life. Yeah, you heard me.